get started with this video, don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe. Like it, share it, do that. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do on the quarantine.
What up, everybody?
What up, everybody? What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Everybody, let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is How to Get Away with Murder, Season 6, Episode 14. Annalise Keating is dead. Baby, when I tell y'all this here was a good episode, it wasn't nothing to play with, okay? It was a lot going on. We got some true colors out of some people. I see your true colors shining through. Michaela, you're pure basura. Kinda trash. Everybody out for themselves. It's time for the trial. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm not gonna edit this video that much, so if you hear me pausing, taking some breaks, saying some extra likes and you know, don't be alarmed. I'm just not gonna edit the video as much as I usually do because I don't wanna wait. It takes a long time to edit and I wanna get it up to you as soon as possible, okay? So forgive me, you might hear me do some things that I don't normally do, okay? So at the beginning of the episode, Anna is hyping herself up. She's getting ready. She's going through a conversation that a lot of black women go through when they're getting ready. I know I do. I have natural hair. Some people think that's militant. Some people think if you have her hair, you're going to be walking around screaming Black Lives Matter all day long. So you got to like figure out, do I want to go on my job interview with my fro out? Do I not? Do I look too strong? Do I look too masculine? Do I look too soft? I don't want to look too soft, but I don't want to look too hard. So she's going back and forth for herself and debating on winning the case, losing the case, what's going to happen with her mom. And at the end, she finally decides to wear her afro because if she go to jail, baby, you don't want to go in there and have no cornrows like Tasha on Power, okay? You won't go in there with your fro to the sky like they got me, but I'm in here looking cute, okay? She talks to Bonnie and she tells Bonnie that what they're going to do is use the DNA test to flip Hannah. What she's gonna do is she's gonna go to Bonnie. Well, she tells Bonnie that she's gonna go to the lawyer and she's going to get Hannah to sign this paper, basically saying that she's going to get on the stand and testify and say that she worked with Castillo and the governor to take Annalise down, or she going to put all their business on Front Street. Bonnie goes to the lawyer and she gets the whole plan rolling in motion. The lawyer is like, what is this right? Hydrocortisone. What that is? When you got, they both got some hydrocortisone. That mean they brothers and sisters. That mean they got a love child. That mean they nasty. That's what that mean. They
nasty.
That's what it means, sir. And he was like, oh my God, I can't believe, what? What? Damn, I can't tell nobody. Okay, so Oliver and Connor and Michaela are also getting ready for the first day of trial. Michaela's going back and forth about what to wear with her father, kind of the same thing that Annalise was going through as another black woman, right? You don't want to be too alpha female. You got to be sympathetic. And everybody goes through that, no matter what race you are. If you're on trial, they want you to look sympathetic. That's why you see these whores out here and they be having on a lily white cardigan and, you know, some grandma glasses when they go to court. You feel me? So they getting ready. Oliver is also getting ready with Connor. He's kind of going, you know, thinking about the 5 years. You know, he's thinking about testifying. Oliver is trying to find him a good suit and saying it's just gonna be 5 years, and after that it's gonna be me and you, baby. We can do whatever we want to do. You know, just toughen up. We're gonna make it through. Don't worry about it. So when they get to court and they start the trial, basically what happens is that the prosecution says, hey, we want to file a new motion. Okay, so they file a motion to remove Tegan as counsel because they say it's a conflict of interest, and they have a witness that will testify as to why. So the door opens, and lo and behold, who is it? That ragtag, raggedy, no good hoe, Laurel. We knew she was coming back from the preview, so here's why. When she walked in the room, did I think she was going to be on Annalise's side? Absolutely not. Because one thing I know about Laurel is that she loves her child, and she's going to do anything to protect her child. And I can't really fault her for that, right? Because the things they are doing are wrong. They did a lot of shit that was illegal. So if she want to protect her son, I can very well understand it. I can't even be mad at Laurel for that. So she goes up there, she testifies and says that, you know, tells all about how Tegan helped her get out, how she worked for the family, X, Y, and Z. Tegan is arguing, girl, it don't matter. If Annalise says there's no conflict of interest, girl, it's okay. Like, she can say that, you know, and I can still work on the case. And the judge, well, Annalise kind of interrupts all of them and says, listen, I'm just going to take Tegan off the case. I'm going to represent myself. I'm more than qualified to do it. You know, I can do it. Don't worry about it. I got this. So when they get back to the back, Tegan and her argue, and you can see that Tegan is really in love with Annalise. Like, she really is fighting hard for her. I love Tegan. Like, I would be so hurt if we find out that Tegan was on the wrong side, but I don't think that's the case at this point. Tegan has really been there for Annalise through all these times, and she's in love with her. She's fighting so hard to be with her, and even though Annalise told her, no, I gotta do it my way, this is just the way it's gonna be, basically saying like, you know, your help would be nice, but girl, I ain't got time to argue with them about this small thing when I can represent myself, right? So even after that, Tegan was like still helping her, still being a team member, still like she didn't feel no type of way. She didn't, you know, start acting weird. Like she immediately jumped into, I'm gonna be a player on your team though. I'm still like, oh, I love me some Tegan. I'm telling you, ooh, steam. Oh my God, I love Amira Van. I love her. Frank apologizes to Annalise for even picking Laurel, and he says no. She says, no, don't apologize. You picked her for the same reason that I picked Sam. They both wanted someone to make them feel worthy. So Bonnie, hold up, let me see now. Wait a minute. What's next? Bonnie arrives. She says that she's trying to get in contact with Nate. He's supposed to testify the day after the next day. Annalise tells Frank that she needs him to get the terms of the immunity deal. Bonnie tells Annalise that Hannah says yes, but she wants her to sign an NDA. And, well, that comes later. But she wants her to sign an NDA, and she wants her to have a penalty if she decides to tell it. The penalty is $100 million. Y'all, NDAs are not prosecuted that often. It's just a scare tactic. They're going to say a really high, ridiculous number. But if somebody, they told me they was going to sue me for $100 million, I'd be like, do it. I ain't got nothing for you to sue me for no $100 million. So you will never get paid, girl. So I guess, I mean, she probably could get something out of Annalise, but definitely not no $100 million. So Annalise is considering signing the, you know, she's considering signing the deal. Okay, Frank calls Nate, and he's also getting a voicemail. And then we see Frank talking to Jorge Castillo. Okay, so he's talking to him about Xavier Castillo, the feds, the jail, turning in. He wants him to testify, basically. He wants him to testify and say that he worked with the governor. I think at this point, Nate is trying to really avenge his father. He's not thinking about Annalise. Although Jorge Castillo testifying will basically get Annalise off, because I mean he gonna tell it all, okay? So if he tells it, then Annalise really don't have nothing to worry about. It's gonna help her, you know, just by way of. So we'll see how that goes. He tells him the feds will lessen his sentence if he helps him get rid of Burkhead, and make sure you get this governor before she gets you. In the opening arguments, and the prosecutor is just going on and on about how brilliant Annalise is. She's so brilliant, she's captivating, she's this, she's that, and she's amazing. And so when she get up, she's like intimidating, joyless bitch. Like, I have never heard them describe me in these terms. So that tells you how Annalise is perceived in the office. They know she brilliant. They know she captivated. They know that she's an amazing lawyer. So that's why they go so hard for her, and they hate on her because they know she's great. Okay, they hate on us because they hate us because they ain't us. They hate us because they ain't us. Y'all, all the people that they were showing on the screen, I'm like, Annalise did not kill none of these people, y'all. And I just want to say, one of my commenters said that, you know, her motives were not so benevolent at the beginning, and that's true. At the beginning, her motives were not that benevolent. She was helping herself more than anything else, because Sam connects to her whole career falling apart. So she protected them to protect herself. But see, when we went past Sam and we started killing other people, now she just protecting them. Yes, it can all lead back to her, but at this point, she could have chopped them up, told on them, and sent them to jail, and just turned on all of them at any point, because she didn't kill Sam. She didn't tell them to kill Sam, but she did help them cover it up. But she also helped them. They the ones who went around and started killing everybody else, right? And so there you have it. She helped them because she felt like she had to, because she needed to be their mama or whatever. She didn't have to do that. And see, after that is where it becomes benevolent for me. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. They go through all the, you know, back and forth, and Annalise our opening arguments are brilliant, just like her. She says, if they could do this to me, what make you think they ain't gonna do this to you? I was like, girl, that's what you do. Hit them, girl, get them. Yes, that's it, girl. Do it. Laurel is in a room with the baby. I guess she's waiting to testify or to be put back wherever she's supposed to be after she testified. And the crew comes in and she tells them that they found her. The FBI found her from the call when she made that call earlier this season. And she tells them she been in Brooklyn. And Michaela was like, bitch, you been an hour away this whole time. Like, are you kidding me? She goes back and forth with him. Connor mentioned something about going to jail time, like who gonna take your baby, you know what I'm saying, when you go to jail. And she was like, I negotiated probation or whatever. He says, we going to jail. And Michaela ain't say nothing, all right? And she says, I negotiated probation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to jail as long as I don't commit another felony, I can keep Christopher. Next up is Michaela to testify. And as she's getting ready to testify, Gabriel walks in the room and he gives her the eye. And I was like, man, he about to find out what happened to his daddy. And then Michaela was there. So the guy starts asking her questions about what happened. And y'all, I'm sorry, I'm always cold. Guy started asking her questions about, you know, what happened that night. And she starts to go through everything that happened. It's mostly true, except for the part where she says Annalise told him to get rid of the body. And Annalise was sleeping with Wes. Girl, I could have snatched that hoe through the TV screen. You understand me, girl? Now, why is you putting 20 on 10? Y'all just gonna lie? Y'all, Annalise's face throwing out this whole scene. Annalise was like, oh, really? So we gonna add some more lies too. And I bet you won't. I bet you want some more lies. Tells the whole story about Wes pushed him over the balcony. She pushed him over the balcony, and Wes hit him on the head, you know, with the thing when he popped back up. So that was mostly, like I said, the truth. She says Anna told him to get rid of the body. That's a lie. Why did Wes do it? Because she was sleeping with Wes. So Annalise gets up and gets her turn. Annalise said, I'm ready to rip this whole head off. Like, I was a fan of the internal monologue that was going on with Annalise this whole episode, and I'm sad that we won't be able to see anymore after the next episode, because I wish they would have used that a little bit more throughout the series, because I lived for her inner monologue. She was like, I'm about to rip this whole head off, and I was here for it. So she gets up there and she goes at Michaela. She said basically Michaela will lie. She would do anything to get ahead. She says that could it possibly be that you were so desperate for my approval that you did it anyway? She talks about where she came from and all that kind of stuff. And Michaela's like, well, I mean, yeah, I was trying to get your approval before I found out you was an egotistical man. Like, she came at her on the stand. Even the judge was like, hey, watch your mouth. Now you doing too much. Now calm down. So she kind of brought Michaela back. And then she asked Michaela, what about Simon Drake? Did you call the ICE to have Simon Drake, you know, deported? So she was like, no. That whole straight lied on the stand. No. So Annalise bring out the tape. Click, click. And we can hear her voice clear as day. She's lying, saying, this is not my voice. That's not my voice. Girl, stop lying. Girl, stop lying. Stop lying. So Annalise was through with her. She starts to go at her about, you know, you'll do anything, you'll say anything, you'll lie, you'll step on whoever you have to so that you can, you know, get ahead or do whatever you want to do. And so, like I said, I see your true colors shining through. I see them, girl, because you was a shady, dirty, low down bitch. Okay, that's what you is, Michaela. Pure basura. You got me? Trash. 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 And here's the thing. I know that Annalise needs to take some accountability, but I feel like Annalise will. I don't feel like Annalise is like, no, this is all your fault. No, I feel like she needs to take accountability and would take accountability. See, that's the difference between my feelings for Annalise and for the kids. I feel like the kids are always trying to shift the accountability onto Annalise, and they won't take responsibility for what they did, i.e. she on trial for killing 5 people that she ain't even touched. Okay? So if we're going to take accountability, everybody needs to take accountability. So I was here for it. Annalise, tell all their business. Expose them, girl. Let everybody know they shady, girl. Let everybody know you be lying. Y'all out here lying on me. I cannot do it. So Frank goes to see Laurel, and he asked her about the deal. She basically like, I'm not gonna tell you what's in my deal or whatever, and they kind of go back and forth, and she's like, I don't want to tell you this because, you know, I know it's probably gonna hurt you more. And he was like, what? And she says, I miss you. You know, I sometimes think about what it would have been like if I'd have called you, if I'd have said yes to you, and I would have let us be a family, you know? Like, basically saying she made the wrong decision, because he was like, why didn't you tell me where you was going? Why I didn't want you to come and try to find me? Well, I almost killed myself trying to find you. He didn't tell her what happened, but you know, he almost got killed trying to find Laurel. Why didn't she just tell him that, you know? Basically, he tells her, you know, I thought I wanted to be with you because if you picked me, I would feel like a normal person. You know, I would feel normal. Like, he's basically saying, I love you, but I wanted you to choose me. And when you didn't choose me, I had to realize that what we had was not love. It was like only one-sided love or whatever. So she tells him, let's see. He tells her, you good, you saved yourself, you had to do the right thing for your child. Basically, he's saying, I understand, you know, why you did what you did. And he's asking her not to testify. And she's telling him, listen, if I got to pick between you and Christopher, I'm going to pick Christopher. That's my son. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm going to do anything to protect my child, right? And so one thing I forgot to say, let's go back. So after Michaela testified, Gabriel saw her in the garage. And so now he knows that she was there. She hadn't been telling him that. And he tells her, girl, you sick. Girl, something is wrong with you. You helped kill my daddy and then you got with me. Girl, how sick is that? That is actually really sick. You know what I'm saying? That you helped kill his father, girl, and then you laying up with him and then you keeping all this stuff from him. He was like, girl, you was evil. You was horrible. You was
rotten. You is no good, baby. You are terrible and you gonna get your karma, honey. It's coming for you, baby. Get it together.
Bonnie says Annalise gonna agree to sign the $100 million situation. She really need Hannah to testify, although Bonnie like, I don't know if you sign this, girl. I don't know. She's like, but okay, I guess. As Frank comes in the house, Bonnie lies about who she's on the phone with, obviously, because Frank doesn't know he's an incest baby yet. And she gets a phone call, or Frank gets a phone call and kind of walks away. This is his information on the deals for Connor and Michaela that he was supposed to get. So next up is Connor. And as Connor is walking to the stand, Annalise tells Frank, hey, why don't you tell him that Michaela got a better deal than he did? So he does that. Right when he brushing by, Connor is a little shaken. He goes up to the stand and he promptly starts having a fake ass anxiety attack, okay? So Langford brings him back to the back and be like, look, I ain't got time for you up here playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do, baby? You know what I mean? Are you gonna testify or not? We can just take this away. You can go away. And he's like, did Michaela get a better deal than me? He was like, no, you got the best deal because your husband got immunity and you only got 5 years. Like, you the really one who got the best deal. Like, Langford is a liar. I'm trying to figure out how this whole case is still even going forward when you had a corrupt FBI agent working with the Castillos. If they was working with the Castillos, then you should know that the Castillos got an invested interest in this case. So why is this even in the courthouse is what I'm confused about, okay? Why is this not brought out? Why is this not talked about, okay? Is it going to be brought up in the next episode that there was a rogue FBI agent working with the Castillo family and they connected to this case? I hope so. He finally gets back up on the stand and Annalise go for him too. He tells the same lie about how Annalise, you know, told him to kill Wes and she was sleeping with Wes and all that shit. They go through the whole thing again. And then when Annalise get up to cross-examine him, she says she gonna tear him to pieces, rip him to shreds. What she said she was gonna do. Oh, as Connor is testifying, he is kind of struggling with the lies a little bit. I was a little bit more sympathetic to his character because at least he struggled with the situation. Michaela was like, whatever you want me to say, I'm going to say that shit. It's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? I do it. Annalise is like, I'm about to lead this lamb to the slaughter. So she gets up there. She goes at him back and forth about, you know, them doing, or how did he get in her class? He says he wrote an essay. He took down a gay conversion camp. And she was like, a conversion camp that didn't exist? Because I called the people and they said that place you talking about ain't never existed. So you was up here lying. And he was like, well, that's why you picked me, because you knew I would lie for you. My next question would be like, did the FBI know you a liar too? They know you a lie for them too, because that's what liars do. They'll lie for whoever. Okay, so she really kind of brought him in when she said, you will marry Oliver to pretend you'll be a good person. The only reason you slept with him was because you needed intel on the case. Now, Oliver already know that, so this is not hurting Oliver's feelings. But she just kind of bringing out like, y'all think y'all so righteous, like you haven't done anything wrong, or you have the right to put this woman in jail, okay, when y'all was the ones out here killing people. Now, Connor ain't killed nobody. Who ain't killed nobody? Michaela ain't killed nobody, and Connor ain't killed nobody. But we got D.A. Miller, that's Nate. Bonnie killed Rebecca. Frank killed Lila. That don't really have nothing to do with us, though. And then, who else got killed? The DA was Asher. Simon got shot. And Michaela sent him off. And I don't know what Connor has done. Connor did good. He helped her with the case and everything. So, yeah, I feel a little bit more sympathetic to his character because all he's really did was aid and abet. Okay? But he haven't actually stabbed, killed nobody either. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's struggling through this whole thing, and she basically almost broke him down too. She convinced or put it out there that he's a liar, he's lied previously, and X, Y, and Z. And she said she didn't know this until last week, y'all. So he was like, you know, when you hire me, because you know I will lie for you. She was like, boy, I ain't even know this till last week. I thought you was a good person. And she go on her tirade again, and the judge had to stop her like, Annalise, girl, you gonna have to chill. I'm gonna have to put you in contempt, sis. You can't just be hollering and screaming. But it was classic Annalise form. I'm gonna ask you a whole bunch of questions that you don't have the answer to, okay? Just because I need to give my opening statements and my closing statements all throughout the trial. You got it? Basically, at the end of her hollering and screaming, she was like, so basically you lying because you don't like me. Because he was like, I'm not a perfect person. You know, I done wrong too, but X, Y, and Z. She was like, oh, okay, so basically you want me to go to prison because you don't like me. Because that's what the tea, because I ain't killed nobody. You want me to go to prison for the rest of my life because you don't like me. I was like, Reed, get him. Bonnie comes to Annalise and tells her that Hannah has a new request, and the new request is that she will testify, but if Annalise wins, she wants her to openly admit that she killed Sam. And Annalise is like, girl, I mean, everybody else is like, girl, what the hell? Tegan like, hell no, this ain't gonna work, girl. I got these many jurors with you. Like, she rolling with the punches, girl. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like this. Don't worry about it. We can sway to other people. And Annalise is looking like, she might say yes. And they're like, don't say yes, girl. This means your whole career, your whole everything is going to go away, your reputation. Basically, she would have to leave the state and just go start a new life somewhere else. And so Annalise is, you know, she don't know what she's going to do. She needs time to think about it. And while she's doing that, we got Bonnie and Tegan talking, because Bonnie kind of picked up on, you know, the fact that Tegan is in love with Annalise. She don't want to lose her, and she says that to her. Is it just because you don't want to lose her? And Tegan is like, she make me feel alive. I mean, Tegan is under the Annalise spell, honey. She want that thing. And if they don't kiss, if they don't hunch, or at least kiss on the cheek, hug, hold hands, something before the end of the series, I'm going to be pissed off because there's too much sexual tension built up. I think Annalise like her too, but I just think that Annalise is, you know, Annalise, when she on the case, she ain't got time for no emotions. She ain't gonna be googling up in your damn face. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not how she roll. And Tegan know that. Annalise is definitely, you know, not going to show it right now. Probably till the next episode when shit get real. Okay? While Anna is contemplating, because it goes back and forth between them scenes, she's saying, be smart, think. You don't have to drink, because she go to find out alcohol, but there's none there. Thank you, Jesus. You don't need alcohol. Think about it. Think about what you need to do. Be smart, be smart, be smart. And so she comes up with some kind of plan, because the next thing we see is Laurel walking out to talk to Frank, and Annalise comes out the shadows, okay? And they argue back and forth, y'all, about one thing I have to say is that Annalise said, I was pumping your damn son, girl, hard with my 2 fingers. You know, and Laurel is like, listen, so we trading favors now? Like, girl, it's crazy to me how somebody, you can do so much for one person, right? You can do so much for a person. Then they turn on you, and then they get mad when you say, I did. Bitch, you wouldn't even have no son. If it wasn't for me, he'd be dead, girl. Dead to the elevator floor. Because there you was going up to do some shit you ain't had no business doing then. Okay? So if I want to say your baby girl, your baby would be dead. No tea, no shade. Christopher wouldn't be in Babyland. He wouldn't be here, girl. So I don't think she was wrong for bringing that up. But, you know, that made Laurel upset. You know, I'm going to protect my child at all the high costs. Like, I ain't going to lie. When Michaela was like, just because you got knocked up, now you can blame her. It's like your wholeness is deleted. Everything you did is deleted because you had a baby. Girl. That's not how the world works, girl. You went up there, laid up, and got pregnant, and now you got a baby, so everything you did is negated and deleted because now you got to protect your son. Girl, bye. You was doing just as much as they was doing when they was doing it. Cut it out. So Annalise pleads with her not to testify. She go back and forth. She might testify. She needs to testify. She care about her son. She ain't gonna do it. Don't follow her no more. Bye, Raggy Taggy. Okay, bye, girl. During this argument, it does come out that Xavier tortured Frank and almost killed him. Remember, he didn't tell her, so now she knows. So this is tugging at her heart. Annalise tells her, you got to decide what kind of person you want to be. You need to make that decision now, okay? I mean, it just is what it is. You're going to be just like your daddy. Your kids going to hate you. And I ain't going to lie, Laurel got her ass when she was like, bitch, don't nobody without kids tell me how to raise no kids, okay? What to do with my kid. And I was like, She got you on that one, Annalise. I mean, you are telling her what her son gonna X, Y, and Z, and you don't know none of that, girl. Don't speak to that because you ain't got no kids, so don't even speak to that. But it was also a dagger, too. You know, that's a dagger for Annalise when you talk about not having kids, many miscarriages that she had, and then the one baby that she did carry to term got killed by Frank. So that's really messed up to say to her, but I understand why she said it. I mean, don't come for me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna come for you, period. Don't tell me what to do, bitch. You ain't got no babies. So I got it both ways. In court, and guess who up? It's Laurel. So the prosecutor is going in basically saying that would you consider some of the things that Annalise was doing to you to be like basic brainwashing techniques? Annalise like, wait a minute, I object because this some bullshit, Your Honor. Is he a psychologist? And he's like, everything that you did, you know, intimidation, da 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 da. You can find that in the Psych 101 book. And Laurel says, and also the FBI handbook as well. And the man turns around and she says, everything I've been saying up here is a lie. This is not true. Okay, she was not sleeping with Wes. She did not tell us to kill Sam. I was coerced by FBI agent Langford. They threatened me. They told me X, Y, and Z. So she has turned against everybody else. So we got 1 against 2. Okay, she does blame the murder on Wes, saying that, you know, Wes was mentally ill. I feel kind of weird about them, you know, kind of just saying Wes was mentally ill and so he killed Sam or whatever. Like, I feel bad about that, but hell, he dead. His mama dead. Ain't nobody from his family alive. His daddy dead too. Everybody dead. So it's messed up that they tarnishing his good name like this, but still, I mean, it's water under the bridge at this point. So she says that too. She also says she's sorry she lied. So Tegan, Annalise, everybody in the back is like, man, this is the bomb, girl. This ain't nothing but doubt. Annalise says she gonna sign a deal for Hannah. And everybody's like, girl, what are you talking about, girl? We can sway these other people. You got it. We on the uptick. She's like, that's not enough. 1 against 2 is not going to be enough to make me win. When they bring Nate in, when they start bringing this in and that in, you know, it's going to be hard for me to refute this evidence. I need Hannah's testimony. She like my Hail Mary. That's all I got. So she decides to sign the deal. She says she can make a new life somewhere else. Annalise Keaton is dead, and she walks out of the office. Frank goes to see Bonnie, and he comes into the garage, and he's telling her, you know, listen, I got to tell you something. I saw Laurel, and he wants to tell Bonnie that he still loves her. I was like, Frank, we don't have time for this shit. At this point, you know Bonnie is a killer. You know she will stab you dead in your damn throat, and I'm surprised she didn't stab him in his throat for playing with her. Stop playing with that lady, okay? Like, you doing too much. It was too much, baby. I want to fight Frank right there for Bonnie, and I don't even like Bonnie that much. So Michaela and Connor confront Laurel, and Michaela come in the room, like I said, screw Christopher. You think you could get pregnant? Everything you did was deleted. Not every bad decision you make, you know, you could just blame it on the baby. Blame it on the baby. And, you know, Laurel kicked that same thing. I didn't want to be a bad person. I didn't want to continue to lie. I wanted to be better. I'm trying to be like y'all, not just think that we can just lie and just do dirt and live life and be okay. You perjured yourself. You know, what you're going to do, you going to jail. And so Michaela said, I'm not going, no. What's her name? Laurel says, I'm not going to jail. And then Connor says something about the 5 years. And Michaela tells Connor, or he don't say nothing about it. I think that was from earlier. Michaela says something to Connor about, basically she tells Connor that she got a better deal. She negotiated for probation too. So Connor gonna be the only person that's going to jail for all of this. So how much money y'all want to put on that Connor gonna defect to Laurel's side next week? Because I'll be damned if I'm the only person going to jail and you two hoes ain't going to jail. Okay, when you out here deporting people and Laurel, you know, helping cover up crimes. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so I can guarantee almost to you, okay, I'm like 90% sure that Connor is going to switch teams next week because I'm sure he don't want to go to jail. Oh, one thing I forgot to say was when Connor was on the stand, Annalise admitted she was a bisexual woman. I was like, go Annalise, look with you. Come on out that closet, sis. All right. She was keeping it pretty Queen Latifah before. It's not like she was going through pains to hide what she was doing, but at the same time, she definitely went out the closet. So I was happy Annalise said in open court that she was a bisexual woman. I was like, oh, this is a beautiful moment for her. You know, she has struggled with that for a very long time. Bonnie is going to give the deal to the lawyer, or the lawyer is coming to see her, I guess, to sign the paperwork, so we think. And then we see Tegan and Annalise. They're celebrating because, you know, it's on the news that Xavier Castillo is dead. His body has been found at X, Y, and Z. And so, then we see Nate talking to Castillo. Basically, Castillo has found out that his son is dead now, and so Nate has made him think that the governor killed the son to keep him quiet and to keep him from telling everything. So you need to testify, or you need to get her before she gets you, and you need to make that move. Do what you need to do now, okay? Because they're gonna be coming for her. On the news, they said that it was ties from the governor to the Castillo family, so now they're about to open the investigation into the governor as well. So we're gonna get that whole wrap up next week. I'm pretty sure that Jorge Castillo, he gonna get on the stand. I don't know what he gonna say, but he gonna get on the stand. So we'll see that next week. Like I said, Bonnie comes over to the apartment. Tegan and Annalise are celebrating. They drinking wine. It's a victory that Xavier is dead. And she says, I have to tell you something. And she's like, what? And I'm like, child, what the fuck happened now? We ain't got time for this. So come to find out, Hannah is dead in the apartment. It looked like suicide. That's what the police are saying is suicide. Then we flash back to Sam talking to Bonnie, and basically he tells her, yes, I love Laurel, but I realize that her love is, you know, fleeting, basically. You know, it was one-sided, and you love me and we love each other. I love you back, and I'm gonna love you forever, and I want to be with you forever. Now, I don't know if this was out of spite. I don't know if Bonnie told him out of love. I couldn't really tell. I want to say it's love because I'm a positive person, right? Love. She loved him so much she felt overwhelmed with emotion. She did the stupidest shit you can think of, which is tell him that Hannah and Sam is his father. Or she felt a type of way because he said, I still have feelings for Laura and I will always love her, but I love you more, yada, yada, yada. Like, bitch, I'm tired of you talking about Laura. I'm tired of competing with Laura. You hurt me again, I'm about to hurt you. So I don't know what she told him out of, but this decision was the dumbest decision she could have ever made. So now we don't know if Frank killed Hannah. We don't know if Hannah killed herself. Now, I'm inclined to believe that Hannah killed herself, okay? Just like West's mom killed herself. Okay, we went through that whole season. It was a red herring the whole entire season. Did she kill herself? Did somebody else kill her? Was there something else going on? And we find out at the end, she killed herself. And at least didn't have nothing to do with it. She killed herself. Okay, she didn't testify. They was threatening her. She didn't know what to do. I forgot exactly what the situation was. But it was like she was backed into a corner. She killed herself. Okay? So I'm inclined to believe that Hannah probably killed herself. You slept with your brother. Y'all had a baby. You hid it your whole life. You conspired with the governor and the Castillo family to take down Annalise. You finna get on the stand and tell the whole world, other than the incest part, you finna tell the whole world everything you've done. You got to come to terms with what you did. You ain't never been a part of your child's life. He grown. He been with Annalise this whole time, and you know it. That's a lot. I can see her killing herself. I'ma hope that Frank haven't killed her because he said he wasn't gonna kill nobody else. Remember that, y'all? And he haven't killed nobody in a long time. When is the last time Frank killed someone? He haven't killed people in a long time. So I'm really hoping with my whole heart that Frank did not go over there and kill that lady. And I'm sad that she's dead because I wanted them to throw that shit in her face. Okay, I wanted Annalise to chop her ass up and clown the fuck out of her. That's what I wanted to happen. Okay? That's as many times she done said horrible, evil, mean, hateful stuff to Annalise. I wanted Annalise to wear her to the white meat. So I'm sad that that hoe is dead. But Hannah is gone. Next week, whew, I don't know, it's the last week. It's not even a 2-hour series finale, y'all. It's only 1 hour. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have literally no idea. Other than I think kind of gonna defect to our side. I think that I've heard that the last episode is everybody not gonna be happy. I don't know if Annalise gonna make it, y'all, with some shots outside the courthouse. So she might get off, but we don't know if she's gonna live. Okay, or I feel like we're gonna lose somebody that's important. We might lose Nate. We might lose somebody like that. I would really be happy if Michaela went to jail. Like, I would be so happy if Michaela went to jail. Side note, Christopher is hella cute. He's a cute little boy. He done grew up. He got a little hair. He's just cute as can be. Just really, really, really just a cutie. Also, another side note, Tegan looked so good on this episode. My God, that hoe was slaying. Her hair, her suits, her makeup. Woo, Jesus. They doing it over there for her, okay? Baby, she got it going on. Tegan looked it good, bitch. She looked it good. Lord have mercy. So, I think I got everything. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. Y'all, I really appreciate the engagement, okay? Thank you, and shout out to my new subscribers. I picked up a few last week. It's good to have you. Welcome. Search all my lists. I do several shows. I have another list of me singing songs. If y'all want to hear me sing, it's the Dawn of A Live. It's a playlist. And, enjoy, okay? So I will holler at y'all next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with all your friends. And I will holler at y'all. We got one more week, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Peace.